had the most insult from a patient today at work. This lady, I called her name, and I think I'm very good at names, if nothing else. I'm very good at pronouncing even the most difficult of names. So I called her name. She comes up and she's like, well, it will help if you learn how to speak English. You are in America now. You should learn how to speak English. All I did was call her name to get her set for her test, to get her going for her test. As we proceed on this test, I go ahead to explain the procedure that I'm about to do on her. It's a cardiac stress test. And she goes, oh, I know it all. I know the test. I know, yeah, I read about it. Okay, kept quiet. So getting ready to put on her IV, to get an IV started. She goes, you can only do your IV here if you can use a vein finder. You can only do it here. And I'm looking at this lady. All over her head, she had good veins. So she says, my veins, they freeze, they shrink, they blow up, they do all kinds of things. You cannot do the hand. And you can only do it here if you have a vein finder. She says, do you know what a vein finder is? I said, yes. She said, do you have one? I said, no. She said, why don't you have one? You ought to have one. Why should you not have a vein finder? And I guess no matter what I say at this time, it's just not going to be received with any kind of understanding or the mindset to understand or to get my point of view. And she goes on and on. So I told her, madam, I'm sorry, I don't have a vein finder. Why don't we reschedule your test? And I'll tell management to get a vein finder before you come back for the visit. So by the time you come back, we will have a vein finder. So she begins to drop her resistance. No, I'm already here. I want to do this test. I'm already here. So I go to look for the vein in a different spot. She's like, no, you can only do it here if you have a vein finder. I'm like, what is going on here? So I tell her, I don't have a vein finder. So it's either you're gonna let me do it where I know how to do it. So she says, no, you have to do it here. You have to do it here. And I'm like, okay, I don't feel comfortable doing it where you want me to do it. I don't feel comfortable because I already assessed that area and it's not the best. I'm not going to get the best outcome. So I ask her, are you still working? She says, no. What is your profession? She says, I'm a hairstylist and also real estate. Like she caught guard of herself when she said, I'm a hairstylist. She felt that was not impressive enough. Then she goes, well, also real estate. At this point, I've had just about what I want to deal with this lady. Either she lets me do what I have my expertise on and know how to do. I was about to tell her, like, how would you feel if I came to your job and I run all the plays that I want, disregarded any skills you have or any knowledge about hairstyling, and I'm telling you, ordering you around, asking you to give me things that I read in the book or that I know or I found out about from something I Googled. Don't listen to your expertise of being a hairstylist. All this thought is going on in my head. But the best part of this whole thing was that I had already formed in my mind, it's just a situation, it's just an event. Definitely, I did not give this lady power over the control of my emotions. Definitely, I was totally calm, I was totally in control, and by no means did I let her affect the state of my mind. But I had to make it clear to her, look, I don't feel like I will be giving you the best service doing your test. Let me get somebody else. So she goes, okay. So I get somebody else. She does her thing. After some time, she gets the IV started. And she gets the IV started and totally at a place where this lady said, I'm not going to let you attempt. The IV was started some totally someplace else. And I was like, come back to re-inject the radioisotope for her test. She goes, I'm sorry. I apologize for everything. I said, okay. She says it again. I'm sorry. I apologize for the way I made you. I said, okay, apologies accepted. And I continue with the test. I inject her radioisotope, and this lady totally, it was like a 360 degrees turnaround from her behavior when I just met her. So I wanted to know what happened. How did she all of a sudden turn around completely from being very hostile, disrespectful, very judgmental, very stereotypical, abusive? I asked the nurse practitioner what happened when you started this lady's IV. What did she say, or what did you say to her? So she says, oh, Ike, this lady, did you know that? She said you were the first male staff to touch her or do any kind of test on her, to draw her blood, to start an IV, to do any kind of test. And I'm like, wow. She said all her tests, all her MRI, CAT scan, ultrasound, all the tests she's ever had in any facility, no man has ever touched her or done the test to her ever. That was very profound because now I could understand where her fears, frustration, or her mindset was coming from. And I could sympathize with her. I say this to say that oftentimes when things happen, when we approach people, when we talk to people, when we meet people, you don't know what they're going through, what's going on in their world. You don't know what they're dealing with, the situations they have, the ups, the downs, the problems, the challenges, the scenario. This lady again says, I apologize. I'm sorry for the way I talked to you, the way I treated you. So throughout her test, she became a totally different human being. She tells me that her sister, her younger sister, is sick and she's flying out in 2 days to see her in New Orleans. So, from the sound of her voice, it sounds like something serious. I guess all that stuff she's dealing with, all that mixed with the fact that she has never dealt with a male hospital person or staff before, something triggered her to come at me so rude, so nasty, because I've never had anybody approach me like this in the medical setting ever. Anyways, when I understood everything that was going on in her world, I actually sympathized with her. And I was so glad that I did not lash out at her, neither did I let her control my emotions with her situation. Whatever stuff she had to deal with, she was dealing with, made her a certain way, but I did not let her transfer her issues, what she was going through. I did not let her control my state of mind because of her drama. Her situationship was not what was determining my life. So practice using affirmations. Download my free affirmations on my bio. Learn how affirmations work. Practice. Put it to work. Like I said, to the person that asked me, do affirmations really work? I told them, look, the question you should be asking is, what if affirmations work? What if they work? That is the question you should be asking. Affirmations do work. Today, I met a guy that is the president of a big music group. He's the president of the publishing company. They have the likes of Bruno Mars, John Legend, Akon, and some heavy hitters. These guys, they have the catalog for Tina Turner's and some iconic musicians. I just don't want to give out the full information here. I don't want to give out the full information about this guy, but he is in the niche or in the business that I am also promoting content, Afro Groove Express. But I say that to say everything that I manifest, I speak it into existence. I manifest the situation, and these things, the people that I need to take me to the next level, they come to me. I attract them. I'm attracting them by practicing affirmations, by using the repetitions, by playing the tape when I go to sleep, hypnotizing my subconscious mind. It is working. I'm seeing all the people, the things that is working. But you see, oftentimes, because the things you're manifesting is working, life is also working, like the situation I faced with this lady that pretty much cussed me out today. She spoke to me the way nobody has ever disrespected me or put me down at my place of work like this lady. But the same day that she's doing this thing, that's the same day I meet a person that is connected to the American Idol show, that is connected to some heavy financing in the music business, in entertainment. The same day I attract the same people, the same day opposition and things to mess up my state of mind. See, if my state of mind was messed up with the same lady, how do you think I would have related to this other guy in the music business that I met? Because if had I let her make me angry, upset, sad, also I had the right to kick this lady out of the establishment and make a big scene about what transpired. I had the right to not even want to work with her. But did I use it? Did I practice that? Did I go to that? Did I revenge? So look, I can tell you how to live your life. All I can say is affirmations do work. If you believe in something and you believe it strong enough, that thing must come. It will come. You speak the word and it does come. It does happen. Your thoughts control your feelings. Your feelings control your actions. Your actions dictate your result. This thing is so simple. So simple the way it works. The thought is an affirmation. What you're thinking is an affirmation. So you understand that even when you don't say words out, the fact that you were thinking about it means you are having conversation with yourself. So becoming aware of that conversation we are having, that is what I'm talking about. That conversation you're having in your head that is not verbalized is as strong, even stronger than the words that you were even speaking out physically. Because the inside world controls the outside world, as within, so without, as above, so below. It's the law of the universe. That's how it works. So use my affirmations, practice affirmations, be patient, go through the process. Nobody goes to the gym the first day and gets buffed up. Nobody goes to the gym and become a world-class weightlifter or body toner or anything. And definitely the first time you go to the gym, it hurts. It hurts so badly that if you don't quit, you will work through that pain, that hurt. Affirmations, why do you think is any different? If it's something you're practicing that you've never had before, it's like winning the lottery or lotto or snapping your finger. No, you can win the lottery, but it's a process. It's a process, it's a practice. You can manifest anything you want. You can manifest the lotto. You can manifest anything you want. Even if that's what you want, that's what you manifest. I am out. This is Ike Onoha. Download my free affirmations guide in the bio. We have some great challenges coming soon. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your life, and keep affirming. Affirm, affirm, affirm.